Clear skies, but pretty chilly. That's the situation in Green Bay, Coach. Actually had a dusting of an autumn snow last night, but that's gone, and we are set for football at Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 23-yard line.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Mike. Hey, that QB's tracking. 18. Undercrush.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Hamler now on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. Check smash.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Let's go.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Mixon on the toss right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning it, here's Hamler. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
2nd and 4. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Brandon McManus to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
We own them.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
13 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Dobbins. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin with a quick throw out left. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
29-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
32-yard line.
Slam. Watch that. He's coming. We got double up.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here.
Go. Let's run.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was brought down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a third down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. That's complete. Okue-Bunam. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Dobbins. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Broncos 14. Packers 10. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Check, check, check. 19 tight.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Out of the end zone. It's now 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Incomplete in the end
So
zone.
with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Check, 59, 59. I got him. Check 59. Mike is 50. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Flushed out right.
And here we go.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
56, Mike.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
It's his third field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jalen Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
22-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
At the 13-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The quick slant caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further, and he knocks it through.
Makes the score, Packers 23.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
His kick is good.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 1st down, Dobbins. It's a foot race. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 49 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
Makes the score.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 5. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
What a spin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Check 26. Check 26.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
16. Watch 16.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll run here with Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 26-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
19, Tiger, 19,
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Stay with your man.
And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Oladaluwa, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
57's a mark.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Broncos 31, Packers 29.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's 2nd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll give it to Mixon, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another try for Mixon, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a decent gain on the ground. Call it 6, but it still leaves him with a ways to go on 4th and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
The quarterback a loss of 12 yards.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Green Bay, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with